Hello, everyone. So, just when I was thinking about the topic for today's stressless session, I took into account our well-being results survey, also general analytics when well-being company providers evaluate well-being of people, especially when we are approaching the end of the year. And according to different results, every research says the same as at the end of the year, everyone, almost all people feel more exhausted, lack of energy and resource. That is why, just I want us to focus more on this matter and think how we can really improve that balanced life in our life, especially when I think that everyone do the review of the year, of the current year, and you set the goals probably for the next year. But in order to do that, we need to be, let's say, we need to check where we are now and what works well and what does not work well. And it will help you to do some changes or to do some improvements in the next year. So I have prepared several techniques for you. Just Shirley, tell me please whether we can move forward with the presentation. Shirley, are you here?
Yes, of course.
We do not see the presentation. Okay, I think that today's techniques will help us to avoid all those internet connection issues. Yeah, let's come back to previous slide. Shirley, could you please help us? Yes. So have a look. I would like just yeah, okay. So we will continue working with this technique. Have a look. I have prepared the balance model. Okay. So the balance model. Okay. So I hope that you see the second slide because I do not see the second slide. So the balance model, it is after Peseschkian. Plus, please, if you are using this technique, because it is rare, it is very important, and a lot of people have use it just in order to understand whether to check, where they are nowadays, and okay. Mhm. Then just have a look. Shows us for it shows us four spheres. Peseschkian, he is the owner of psychotherapy. And during the whole time, even let's say long period of time, he just asked several questions. He asked people several questions, and he wanted to understand the essence of people's lives. And he asks two questions: what makes you happy? What is the value of money? And he also asked how much time do you dedicate to your work. He gathered information and answers from people, and during the great period of time, he launched the balance model. And then that is the result we see on the slide. And he understood and he declared that all the life of people can be divided into four parts, four levels. And this is the main aspects which make and bring happiness to people. That is why just I have particularly chosen this picture for you to see the details of each aspect, for you to understand what is going on. Yeah, so for example, body health, our physical well-being, it is connected with our activity, nutrition, sleeping, work, achievement. That is everything which is connected with education, our professional recognition, professional growth, our performance, money. Then relations or social network, our relations with people, environment at work, in the family, and our future. So that is our values, goals, development, reflection, and other things. So you see that these are the main aspects which define happiness for people. I want you to do some little exercise now, because remember, yes, the stressless session is about you and with you. Yeah, so let's do the following. I kindly ask you to assess each aspect with percentage. How much time do you dedicate to each sphere? But please do it intuitively with your feelings without any calculation. If you feel, for example, that you, for example, spent 10 percentage for the health, you said 10 percentage. If you feel that you said, for example, 90 percentage for social network, you are fully there, you said 90 percentage for the sphere. So please evaluate briefly and ask yourself how much percentage do you spend to each sphere. And if it is not a secret, please share it with us in the chat. And please add total sum of percentage based on four spheres. Just let's take several minutes and we'll see what result we have. Just be honest with yourself. And then we will see what else can be, what just general picture we have. And by the way, it is a hidden one more double sense when you share it in the chat. Others and everyone sees that situation can be similar to each other. And then people understand that, yes, everything is okay with me, with my life. When you see that in comparison with others, you are almost on the same picture. Okay. If you have evaluated your spheres, you can share with in the chat. So just when you are writing percentage to the spheres, I would like to comment. Have a look. If you see that, for example, you have already percentage for each sphere, and if you check and see that you have, for example, less than 25% for each sphere, for example, for one you have 25 or more than 25, and the rest sphere has the less percentage, it means that you are taking focus and resource from the sphere, from one sphere. It means that one sphere is struggling nowadays, and definitely we can assume that soon you can face some issues with that sphere. You are facing problems how to balance that sphere. In case you have more than 100 percentage for all the spheres, because I see that we can have 120, some people have 150, it means that you are taking the resource from the future. It means that nowadays you load yourself in that manner where you need to put more efforts, extra efforts, in order to cope with daily habits, with daily issues or deals. And it means that as a result, you are more likely to face burnout soon. That is why here this exercise can help you to check your balance, because we are talking about our main aspects of the life, and you understand that it is just a very important thing in order to understand where you are moving in the right direction and not to face burnout, because we remember that there can be professional burnout, there can be emotional burnout, and we need to control. And this balance model helps you to do that, to control. And you can control it just on any basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or on a quarterly basis, especially when you feel that something's going wrong. You see that it takes not much time just to put percentage on each sphere and check what is the balance in percentage. Perhaps that similar technique can be about wheel balance. I'm sure that you have, perhaps someone of you have used it. When you have 7 or 8 spheres, you have a wheel and you have 7 or 8 spheres of life, and there can be several instruments how to work with that balance wheel. First of all, it can be that you evaluate with a mark from 1 till 10 current level, how you feel, each sphere, and then you can choose, for example, 3 or 4 spheres with the lowest mark, and then write down action items how to improve that sphere. Or you can go either with a second scenario when you write down current level of the sphere and you write down ideal level. For example, if you evaluate health at 5 point and you would like to have health at 8 level, you write down action items how to overcome that gap, improve that gap. And you need to write down action items for each sphere. So it depends on you what instrument you would like to choose. This balance model also is not time taking, and you see that the method of working with that very simple. So just put percentage and evaluate sphere. Shirley, please share the next slide. So you see that here we have, there is, sorry, one more. Choose the previous slide. So we have 5 energy levels. The 5th is death. Shirley, about the levels. Energy level slide. And it is about the stress. Remember, please, in case person faces stress, we need to cope with the stress on the lowest level. Because if you do not cope with the stress on the lowest level, it goes to the upper levels. And then it is accumulated in your body. And as a result, we decrease effectiveness, we decrease productivity. It leads to loss of energy, loss of motivation, and so on. And you see that to be fully engaged and fully motivated, we need to be aligned, focused, connected, and energized. That is why try to control each of energy level for you to always feel balanced. And here I will even sharing with you some technique. It is very easy and simple. If you feel stress on physical level, it can help you. That is called the 7C technique. You see that here it contains 7 aspects, which starts from C. In Ukrainian, it is the same. So in case you feel stressed and you do not know how to cope with yourself, how to balance, remember, please, with this technique and try to use it as much as possible as some activities which can help you to balance yourself. But please remember that taking time for yourself is not a treasure. It's a necessity. And we need to cope with the stress from the lowest level. Anyway, it can be just, moving higher and higher. And as a result, we can face, for example, burnout. And then it will time taking in order to just go out from it. If we take another slide, I have shared with you several tips which can help you to, let's say, to cope with the stress on emotional level. So we understand that for physical level, in order to cope with the stress, you can use that technique, 7C technique. On emotional level, you can use modal balance with Peseschkian, where we put percentage for every sphere. And one more, here we can use practical tips in order to help ourselves to be on good emotional level. First of all, Please, Shirley, show the previous slide. I see the second slide of, yes, that is, thank you. So again, remember previous stress session, we were speaking about draining your energy, and I was sharing with you exercise. I think that taking into account that we are approaching the end of the year, it is high time for us to check what drains our energy, what brings, in order for you to change something in the next year. Then the exercise collect treasures. It is one of my favorite ones, because here it is like you are creating treasure map. In other words, you create things which bring you resource. And you see, even in example, there can be some simple things. And psychologists recommend to create it like to put all those treasures in one list and really fulfill your life on a daily basis with 2 or 3 activities from that list. After work, especially when you feel not energized, exhausted, or angry, or puzzled, embarrassed, take 2-3 points from that list and do that. And try to fulfill weekends with those treasure things. Here it can be 5 points. So if on a daily basis 2-3 activities, so during weekends try to increase those activities for you to fulfill and to recharge during weekends, because you understand, the more you feel recharged after weekends, the more productive you are during the week. Then we have exercise focus on positivity. That is definitely about our positive thinking, again, to make our brain focus on positive things. Here we have the example and the task to focus on 10 moments during the day. And really, there are positive moments, and you remember where is the focus, where is our focus. It means that in that way we see the environment. So if person wants to look, just for negative moments, we see negative moments. If person wants to see positive moments, we look for positive moments. So again, these tasks help you to let's say, even to practice your brain. And during the time, if you make it notice positive things, you see that within some time, you really start noticing even some simple things, positive ones. Okay, if we take another one, the BUT technique. By the way, it is very interesting technique. It is a bit connected with the previous one. So if something happens wrong, or if something happens that you do not like, you are not satisfied with, you put that part but. For example, couldn't meet with a friend, and again, positive thinking. But now you finally have time to read a book. So whatever happens, negative happens, you find some positive part in that situation. And that is, again, that is the task where you work with your brain. Daily works. I couldn't just, put it here because, that combination of fresh air and movement is really incredible. And I kindly encourage you to spend much more time in fresh air, because really it helps us. There are a lot of researches which show us that that it increases our productivity, positive thinking, and other cognitive function. And write a letter to yourself. It is a very interesting task. I really recommend you to do that when you feel refreshed, motivated, perhaps after New Year, when you have rest, right? Write down the letter and please focus on your achievements, potential, traits of character, that you can, you have everything not to give up in case when you are facing some difficult situations. And when you feel that you are not in resources, that you are exhausted, or you see that something's going wrong in your life, or you are almost likely to give up, take that letter and read. And really, this task works perfectly well with your confidence. You really work with your inside potential, and you start thinking and just even acting in another way, because you find that power in yourself. So even try to do that exercise and you will see that really it helps. It, just creates some magic inside of you. One more exercise, I have just separated it from these practical tips on another slide. That is concerning our success. Yeah, okay, let's take another slide. It's about our success. So you remember that was exercise when we write down positive moments which are happening with us on a daily basis. That is, we work with our brain. And this exercise success journal, when we are working also with our confidence, with our potential and our motivation. So here, okay, I see. Okay, Shirley, please, let's take another slide. Yeah, that is success journal technique. I have indicated here you the beginning of sentences. Just your task is here just to complete. Try to do that exercises on some basis just to taste it. And you will see how it is. It is a bit not deep, but it is just a reflection for you to have a look from to look at yourself from another side. And then you will see that your mood and your motivation really increase, especially when it is at the end of the year and you are setting the goals. You need to understand, yes, that everything what you need you have in your side inside of you. So this exercise will help you to reveal that potential. And one more exercise. Again, you see that I have taken different exercises from different directions for you to find the balance, find the confidence, find the potential in your inside of you, just for you to understand that you can do everything and you can find that balance, you can find that energy inside of you. Just you need to use proper techniques which can help you or which can guide you. I'm sure that everyone is aware of SWOT analysis technique. I know that a lot of doing it in business sphere. There are some people who do it on a day on some basis for personal life. So you see here that with the help of this technique, you are analyzing some parts: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So here it can be workable at the beginning of the year when you set your goals and you are hesitating in what direction to move, what can help you or what prevents you. Because last time we were speaking about motivation, and that is also the root of non-motivation. When people, just from one side have the desire to do something, to implement some new let's say processes in your life, to change something, but they do not have that resource to do that. This exercise, this technique will be perfectly workable for you when you evaluate and have that 360 overview of your life. And on the next slide I have shared with you questions that is just help for you to ask yourself and to answer, be honest with yourself with answers, and create that just table of all those answers for strengths, for weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I'm sure that you will be just puzzled with some insights, because sometimes those techniques help us to see bigger picture. That is why try to use this technique in order to find out more about yourself. Okay, Shirley, please share the next slide. Yeah, so have a look. For each sphere, for each part, let's say strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, you have questions. So please take some time and try, I don't know, if you are comfortable with that, you can have that table and have answers orally or in written form. It is up to you, but please spend some time in order to find those answers, and it will help you to understand in what direction to move in the future. And the last one slide, just during every session, we are always speaking that we are the main hero of our life. And on a daily basis, especially in the morning, we decide what to choose, to be happy or to complain. And during on this slide, okay, please, the next please slide. Okay, we have another interpretation of this meaning. Every morning we choose our mood and clothes. So today we encourage you to wrap yourself in happiness, today and always. And remember, please, that we are either also our life or victim. And definitely we would like to be an author of our life. So that is my challenge. Please yourself with different questions, what you can change, what you can fix, in what way you can influence what is going on, and you are not satisfied with that. And with the help of those techniques, which we are sharing today during the session and previous sessions, that is a great set of techniques which help you to be always on the level, on the balanced level, and to be the author of your life. So just here what you need, that is the wish to work with that techniques, to take the time and make that analysis, a bit deep reflection, which help you to move forward. So I just, that is today we have a new format. That is why it is a bit convenient, just for us to, and there is, some internet connection. So I think that you have that time and possibility to grab all the information from our stressless session. And I wish you, just to have that check of your balance of all the spheres of your life, and be refreshed and motivated to move forward with setting goals, and let all your dreams and plans come true.